There's a moment we all know too well. You're standing in front of the mirror, trying to believe the words you whisper to your reflection. I am enough, but something inside whispers back. Are you? Confidence. It's not loud. It's not arrogance. It's not the person shouting the most or smiling the widest. Confidence is quieter than you think. It's the calm that says, I can handle this. It's the steady breath before walking into the unknown. It's the small choices, the ones no one sees, that slowly rebuild the bridge between who you are and who you're becoming. Welcome to Mind Scripted. And today, we dive deep into the psychology of confidence. Not the fake kind, not the Instagram kind, but the real, unshakable, grounded confidence that changes how you walk through life. There's a voice inside your head, you know the one. It never really shuts up. It narrates your every move, judges your every thought, and, questions your every step. But here's the thing, that voice isn't your enemy. It's actually your protector. Just, well, a little outdated. Psychologists call it the inner critic. It's a survival mechanism, a leftover piece of your childhood designed to keep you safe, not happy. But here's the twist. Your brain can't tell the difference between a thought and a command. So, when you say I'm not good enough, your mind doesn't debate you, it obeys. It starts scanning for evidence to prove it true. This is what cognitive psychologists call confirmation bias. So, what happens when you start changing the script? When you tell yourself, I'm learning, I'm improving, I can handle this, you're not lying, you're rewiring. Neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself, is shaped by repetition. Every time you replace I can't with I'm trying, you're literally creating new neural pathways, new roads of possibility. Confidence doesn't start with being fearless. It starts with speaking differently to yourself when you're afraid. Try this. The next time you catch that harsh inner voice, ask it, whose voice is that really? You'll realize, it's often not yours. It's a teacher, a parent, a bully, a failure from years ago. But you're the narrator now. Rewrite the dialogue, because confidence isn't built from silence, it's built from changing the conversation inside your head. How your physiology shapes your psychology, it's a pretty big deal. Sometimes it's easy to forget, but your body and mind are in constant conversation with each other. We think confidence starts in the mind, but honestly, your body often gets there first. Amy Cuddy's groundbreaking research at Harvard revealed something simple, yet profound. Your posture, your breathing, your movement, they don't just reflect your emotions, they create them. When you stand upright, take slow, controlled breaths, and open your chest, you're sending a signal to your brain. I'm safe. And when you feel safe, your brain releases testosterone, the dominance hormone, and reduces cortisol, the stress hormone. That's why public speakers use power poses, not to look confident, but to feel it. Try this. Every morning, stand tall for 2 minutes. No phone, just you. Breathe deeply. Lift your chin slightly. Smile. Even if it feels fake, because your brain doesn't know the difference. Your body becomes a feedback loop for your mind. Confidence isn't something you think your way into. It's something you move your way into. When your body expands, your mind follows. So next time you're nervous, before the interview, the date, the presentation, don't just tell yourself, I got this. Show it. Stand like it. Breathe like it. And your mind will believe you. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Look around your space right now. What do you see? Is it cluttered, chaotic, full of reminders of the person you were? Or is it designed for the person you're becoming? Here's the truth. Confidence is not just mental, it's environmental. Behavioral psychologist B.J. Fogg said, "You don't change by motivation, you change by design. Your environment, the people you spend time with, the apps on your phone, the notes on your wall, they all send invisible signals to your subconscious. If your surroundings constantly whisper, you're behind, how could you ever feel ahead? So design your world for confidence. Put affirmations where you'll see them. Not cheesy ones, but truths you forget. Follow people online who inspire, not intimidate. Declutter your physical space. Studies from Princeton University show that clutter literally competes for your attention, reducing clarity and confidence. Change your playlist. Change your lighting. Change your input, and your output will follow. Confidence is contagious. When your environment supports your growth, you stop fighting resistance every day, and that energy, the one you save from fighting chaos, becomes fuel for your progress. Remember, you don't rise to the level of your intentions. You fall to the level of your surroundings. So ask yourself, does my world reflect my worth? If not, it's time to rearrange it. The courage to be kind to yourself. Let's talk about the hardest habit of all, one most people mistake for weakness: self-compassion. See, most of us believe confidence comes from perfection, from never failing, from always being strong. But that's a lie. True confidence comes from how you treat yourself when you're not strong. Dr. Kristen Neff, a leading researcher on self-compassion, found that people who forgive themselves for mistakes recover faster, learn better, and feel more capable long-term than those who self-criticize. When you're kind to yourself, you're not letting yourself off the hook, you're creating the safety to try again. Because shame paralyzes, compassion mobilizes. Confidence is not saying, I'm perfect. It's saying, even when I fail, I'm still worthy. Try this. Next time you fall short, imagine someone you love made the same mistake. What would you tell them? Now say that to yourself. You'll feel resistance. That's okay. It's not weakness. It's healing. Because confidence isn't just believing you can do great things. It's believing you're still valuable when you can't. That is radical confidence, not built on ego, but on unconditional self-respect. We've been talking about morning routines for the past 2 weeks, but today, I want to focus on something even more foundational: confidence. Because let's be real, if you don't feel confident in yourself, it doesn't matter what habits or strategies you try to follow. Self-doubt will always find a way to hold you back. These thoughts can stop you from showing up for yourself, your goals, and your brand. But the good news: confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. And you can start today, in just 5 minutes. Everyone admires a self-confident person. There's something in the way they carry themselves, the manner in which they speak, and the self-assured composure in which they act that draws us in. Self-confident people charm us and inspire us. Can you emulate such confidence yourself? Of course you can. The key lies in understanding the difference between authentic self-confidence and fake self-confidence. And the former is built upon constant practice, the latter garners no foundation. Real confidence is when you believe in yourself but are humble enough to ask for support when need be. Fake confidence is when you act arrogantly because you think you know it all and you're better than others. True self-confidence sprouts from taking conscious action. Fake self-confidence latches onto talk. Fake confidence is loud. Real confidence is silent. So why is it so important to cultivate authentic self-confidence? According to a collaborative 2004 study from Health Education Research, there is a strong relationship between self-confidence and positive mental health. Individuals with high self-confidence have a greater sense of self-worth, greater enjoyment in life and in activities, more energy and motivation to act, less self-doubt, and are less prone to stress or social anxiety. People are like stained glass windows. They sparkle and shine when the sun is out, but when the darkness sets in, their true beauty is revealed only if there is a light from within. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. True self-confidence shines from your light within. It's not difficult to cultivate a greater sense of authentic self-confidence because real confidence springs from taking action. Here are 5 habits that will help you build that higher self-confidence. They're based on what confident people do. We're most likely to lack confidence when it comes to stepping into new endeavors we have no prior experience with. And of course, you're not going to be confident if you're not competent in that area of work. That's normal. In fact, it's human nature. You're simply not going to feel confident when you don't know what it is you're doing. But as you prepare and build a plan, your competence begins to grow. As a result, your confidence follows. That's the natural cycle of confidence. You're not confident about delivering an upcoming presentation. Practice and prepare. You're not confident about launching your business. Do your research and determine how you can mitigate your risks. As mentioned above, no one has it all figured out, but what separates confident people from others is this: they believe in their ability to figure it out. Self-belief is what fuels your self-confidence. Self-belief is the light that sparks your confidence. Fakeness is the clutch that impedes it. Don't mistake believing with faking. Believing is rooted in self-perception. Fakeness is rooted in the perception of others. When rooted in self-belief, you are brave and humble to admit that you don't know something. That's why it's so easy to spot people who are faking confidence. They're fickle and arrogant. They lie and everyone can see right through it. Make it a habit to believe in yourself and your ability to figure things out as you go. You can weather the storm when it hits. You can adjust your sails when the wind blows. You can find a way when the obstacles mount. If you hear a voice within you say you cannot paint, then by all means, paint, and that voice will be silenced. Vincent van Gogh. Self-belief is the light that sparks your confidence. Fakeness is the clutch that impedes it. And it's your self-belief that drives you to dive into new experiences that stretch beyond your comfort zone. You will not grow inside your comfort zone, so if you want to boost your confidence, you have to make it a habit to dive into new experiences that will make you uncomfortable. Confident people don't shy away from change. They actively seek it because they know that discomfort breeds confidence. They know that there's no guarantee of success, but they're okay with failure because they understand that failure is simply an obstacle along the way. Failure is just another wave in that ebbs and flows with the tide. If you want to grow, expand, and improve your competence, you need to step out of the green zone. You need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's as simple as that. Confident people realize that the avoidance of pain is more destructive than the endurance of it. If you want to get that promotion, you need to get uncomfortable with walking up to your manager and asking for it. If you want to get a date with that girl, you need to get uncomfortable with walking up to her and asking her out. Being confident is looking at uncertainty and walking into it rather than shying away from it. It's the understanding that if you never try, you'll never know. It's accepting that avoidance of pain is more destructive than the endurance of it. You will either step forward into growth or you will step backward into safety. Make it a habit to take a chance and do something that scares you. If you fail, you'll learn. If you succeed, you'll celebrate. Either way, this habit will reshape you into a confident person who doesn't sit and wait for opportunities to knock on his door. He gets up, builds a door, and then opens to see what lies ahead. Confident people are humble. In fact, if there's one thing they're sure of, it's this: they don't know everything, and they don't pretend to. The most confident writer is the one who asks the question of how can I improve my writing? The most confident speaker is the one who asks, how can I improve on connecting with my audience on stage? Understand that you're a student of life and you'll begin to feel more confident. You'll realize that it's okay if you don't know everything. It's humanly impossible. You'll accept that there will always be people with more experience and knowledge than you, and instead of competing with them, you should collaborate with them, ask for their input, and learn from them. People who fake their confidence do the exact opposite. When stuck in a difficult circumstance, they perceive asking for help as a sign of weakness, not strength. If someone offers a hand, they reject it. If anyone shares feedback with them, they take it personally because they unconsciously see it as an attack on their ego. Make it a habit to ask questions, seek advice, and request feedback. There's a cycle to everything in life. Seasons come and go, economies grow and contract. Some days the sun shines, other days it hides behind the clouds, and some days your confidence might be shattered. You're going to make mistakes, so many of them. You're going to have days when you don't feel like getting out of bed. You're going to have days when you look in the mirror and all you see is a bundle of self-doubt wrapped in a fabric of fear. Confidence rises and falls like a fog. Confident people accept this as a fact of life and don't fight it. Rather, they simply learn how to manage their emotions. When you feel a wave of self-doubt creeping in, ask yourself, what is it that I don't feel secure about? When you fail at a task, don't collapse in defeat. Face it and ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. Confident people comprehend how the quality of their thoughts shapes their reality. As such, they don't criticize themselves. Instead, they practice self-compassion by accepting what is. They're aware of the body-mind connection and how power pauses can boost their confidence at times of struggle. According to Amy Cuddy, a social psychologist at Harvard Business School, better posture can instantly make us feel more confident and powerful. Make it a habit to become more self-aware. Learn how to manage your emotions and you will become a naturally more confident person. Confidence isn't something you find, it's something you build. One small promise at a time, one kind thought at a time, one deep breath at a time. You are not behind, you are becoming. The mirror you stare into, it doesn't hold judgment, it holds potential. So today, choose one habit, keep one promise, speak one kind word to yourself. Stand tall, clean your space, try again, because every time you do, you whisper to your soul, I'm still here, I'm still trying, and I'm still enough. This is confidence. The quiet kind. The kind no one sees, but everyone feels. If this spoke to you, remember, your story isn't written by fear, it's mind-scripted by courage.